What is tushti? Santushti. Santushti means to become contented. Now contentment is an ornament in the material realm. If you are contented, oh, it's all fine. In the spiritual side, it's an obstacle. Don't be contented with your effort, your sadhana. If you are contented, you will slow down. So it is said, Santoshas trishu kartavyaha swadhare bhojane dhane. Trishu naivacha kartavyaha swadhyaye japadanayo. Whatever you have got in the world, be contented. With the food, with your wealth, but never be contented with your effort, the sadhana you have done, the jap you have done, the charity you have given. Always feel I have not done anything as yet. Now some santushti comes due to ignorance, like Ishwar tushti. What is that? To think. If God wishes, I will engage in devotion. If Guruji bestows his grace, I will do sadhana. In other words, it's all dependent upon his grace. I don't need to do anything. If we think like this, then we will just sit down. Then there is no need to do anything. Now, there is no deficiency from their grace. They are waiting for us to create the strong yearning. But we've said, it will all happen by their grace, so let me just now relax. The moment we think like this, our sadhana develops a break. If it was only the grace of the Guru that was sufficient and complete condition, the Guru would have bestowed his grace and taken us all to Golok. However, unless we from our side do the needful, we cannot get that grace. It is said you can take a horse to the water, you cannot make him drink. So for the sadhana to think that it's all in the Guru's hand, then you will keep sitting. Once one villager, after the paddy crop, he put all the crop onto the bullock cart and was bringing it to the city to sell it. The wheel of the bullock cart got stuck in the mud. So he was a very pious soul. He took out the Hanuman Chalisa and he started off. Jai Hanuman Jana Gunasagar Jai Kapishti Ulok Ujagat. When it was completed, he said, "Oh Hanumanji, please come here and take my bullock cart out of this kichad mud." Again he started off. Again he completed. Again he called Hanumanji. Now Hanumanji was seeing this entire drama. He said, "This fellow is very religious, but there is some crack inside." So he manifested. And he said, "My dear fellow, if this way I start taking out people's bullock carts from the mud, the whole world will become inactive, akarmanya. You do one thing. You get down on the ground. Push that bullock cart with all your force. Call out to the bulls and pray to me for my grace. Then I will enhance your strength. By my grace, I will send somebody to help and it will come out. But if you think I don't do anything, let Hanumanji come and do it, it's never going to happen." So that is a misunderstanding that exists a lot, particularly in us Indians. This is Bhagwan सब कुछ कराएगा, बिना उसकी इच्छा के पत्ता भी नहीं हिलेगा, so you don't do anything. God is giving you the energy to act, but you have the freedom to utilize it the way you wish. So he is waiting for us to develop the sincere desire, and you say when he wants it will happen, then it will never happen. Endless lifetimes have gone by, endless more will go by. So if we bring the bhagya, the Ishwar tushti in the mind, our sadhana will slow down. The other one is bhagya tushti. What is bhagya tushti? Bhagya Tushti is to think, if it is written in my Bhagya, my destiny, to do devotion, I will do it. Everything happens by Bhagya. Now, if everything has to happen by Bhagya, then why should I try hard? It will happen automatically. So again my sadhana will stop. What is this Bhagya? Some people are Bhagyavadi, fatalistic. They say we are all tied by destiny. Ayuhu karma cha vittam cha vidyani dhanameva cha panchaitanapi srijyante garbhastasyaiva dehina. 5 things are decided in the garb, in the mother's womb. Ayu, karma, vidya, dhan, mrityu. So whatever is written in your destiny, without trying you will get it. Whatever is not written, no matter how much you try, you will not get it. Hence it is useless to try. That is what the Bhagyavadi says. But you ask them that what do you mean by Bhagya? What is this Bhagya or destiny? I don't know, Swamiji, something that the Jyotishi tells me. No. Urva janma kritam karma tad daiva miti kathyate. What we did in our past lives, that has become Bhagya in this life. In other words, we have made the Bhagya by our own karmas. It's not just dropped down from heaven. And if we could make it, that means we can change it. If you say that in this life I am all tied by Bhagya, destiny, I cannot do anything, the rule is the same in every life. In past life also you must have then been tied by Bhagya, you could not do anything. And in the past life also you were tied by Bhagya, you could not do anything. Now in every life, if you were tied by the Bhagya, in which life did you do the Purusharth to make the Bhagya? And if you never did it in any life, where did the destiny come from? And if you did it in any one life, you can do it in this life as well. That is why it is said, Daiva Daiva Ahalasi Pukara. Bringing destiny into the mind makes us lazy. It is a fact that destiny is there. There is an element of destiny. All that we have done in endless lifetimes is called Sanchit Karma. And the time of birth, God gives us a part of that. Like this part you have to bear in this life. That is called Prarabdha or destiny. That is fixed. But at every moment you have your own freedom to act. That is called Kriyamana. That is not fixed. Dr. Radhakrishna explained it so nicely. He said that if you play cards, the hand that is dealt to you has been fixed. You can't change that. But how you play is not fixed. That's your own choice. Similarly, the prarabdha has come as a result of your karmas. But after that, what you are doing is in your own hands. So, Bhagya will come by itself. If you bring it to the mind, you will become lazy. If Bhagya says that you will become a rich man, so then he said, no use working hard, then let's relax. So it is said, while putting in the effort, don't think of destiny. Do your best. When the results come, that time you think, well, it may be destiny, it could be so many reasons. In this way you never feel disturbed. Prayatna me savdhan and phal me santusht. Now if you think it will all happen by destiny, then you are never going to do any actions. Now just think, if everything was to be happen by destiny, what was the need for God to reveal all the scriptures? What was the need of speaking the Gita? He would have just told Arjun that whatever is to happen will happen by destiny. There is no need for you to understand Bhagavad Gita. But the fact that he explains to us means we have a freedom of will, a freedom of choice, and that is what we need to exercise towards him. At each moment we have to decide, I wish to choose God. And then slowly, like you develop your muscles, you will develop the spiritual muscle, then you will move in that direction. And then the third tushti is Kala tushti. What is Kala tushti? To think. When the time comes, it will happen automatically. Now nothing happens automatically. Time is not coming, time is going by. Each moment that has passed will not come again. Kripaluji Maharaj says, Avasar बीत्यो जात रे मन. This golden chance is slipping out of your hands. This life is going to end in death. They say dead end. So dead end. And moment that comes, this chance will be lost, and then again you move into the 8.4 million species. Hence the Shastra say this human form, put it to good use quickly. Start moving in that direction. Yes?
Swamiji, why do people mostly wait for the old age to start praying? They just keep it, their dead end is here and then they'll wait till here to reach. Why are they wasting all this time? Whenever I tell my friends to start doing it, they said, no, we'll wait till old age.
That is their misunderstanding. See, the Bhagavatam says, Kaumar acharet pragyo dharman bhagavatan. Prahlad Maharaj was told by Hiranyakashipu, his father, that you are a 5-year-old. Is this the age to do devotion? You should do it in your old age.
Right.
So Prahlad said, Father, what is the definition of old age? Somebody who's close to death would be considered old. When is my death? I do not know. I could die tomorrow. So it's possible I am also close to death. From that angle I am also old. So the scriptures say that you do it right away. Don't wait.
And also when old age, sometimes you can't even walk, you need somebody to give you a ride. You can't even hear, you're like going like this because you're not alert enough to even take grasp what you're saying.
That's right.
You're wasting all the time.
That is why it said, Yavat swasthamidam kale varagriham yavat dure jara yavat chendriya shaktira pratihata tavat kshayonayushah atmashreyasi tavadev vidusha tavya prayatno mahan prodipte bhavane chakupa khananam pratyudyamah kidrisha. They say once the house is on fire, there is no point thinking of digging the well, it's too late. Similarly, when old age has set in and you think now I will do bhakti, you have delayed it too long. The right time was to start when your body was alright, the senses were strong, the mind was okay, you should have done it at that time itself. And don't postpone to